Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, so today we back again with me. So today I want to invite you all to discuss together, or I want to tell you something that it's the same thing, it's the same theme, like when I always record camera like this, I'm always telling or discuss about some material, so we can know together if it's where there are many kind of subjects, and each subject having a material itself, having a material. So today I want to tell you or invite you all to discuss together about this subject. It's having a relationship with our country, that is a civic subject. So in a civic subject, you can know if there is many of material. So I want to telling one the basic material, but having a many meaning, like it's very meaningful. So before I start, let me introduce myself first. So hello everyone, my name is Fauzi, Raditya, it's Romani, and I'm from 8.6 and my absence is 11. So let's do my tone or our discussion today. Okay, so today I want to telling about the Pancasila. So first of all, we are knowing the understanding about Pancasila. So the understanding of the basic values of Pancasila is the essence or nature of Pancasila lessons, which are universal. So that is core values include ideals, goals, and durable values. These basic values are started in the preamble to the 1945 Constitution, which includes the core values of the Pancasila ideology. The preamble to the 1945 Constitution is a basic norm, which is the highest legal order as a source of positive law, so that the state has a status of a basic norm or state rule. So in E.R. Karno was the first to mention Pancasila to raise the 5 basic principles of the state at the BPUPK sessions. This name was given by Karno on the advice of a linguist. As established by the founders and shapers of the state, the main goal of developing Pancasila is the foundations of the state. Therefore, the main functions of Pancasila is as the state basis of the state. Every country is built on a certain philosophy. Philosophy is the embodiment or a reflection of the ideals and personality of a nation. The philosophy of each country depends on its ideals, soul, perspective, and idealism. Therefore, it can be said that the basis of the nations is the philosophical foundations of the nations. The philosophy itself of a nation is a guide to the way of thinking, perspective, and values of each nation and people. An understanding of a nation reflects the character and individuality of its people. It is difficult to completely imitate another country's philosophy because one country has a different personality. According to Professor Noto Nagoro, Pancasila occupies special positions in law and national life as the basis of state. That is very a basic principle, I think. The fourth the positions of Pancasila is permanent, remember that, and cannot be changed because these core values are quantified and linked to the survival of state. The preamble to the 1945 Constitution is a say in the provisions of the 1945 Constitutions and is implemented by state administrators and their obligations and powers. The basic values of Pancasila as the basis of state philosophy mean that state administrations might comply with the core values of Pancasila in all matters. The values of Pancasila are divine values, human values, unity values, people values, and justice values. Pancasila is a guide to life in all aspects of social and state life. Pancasila as a way of life means the value of Pancasila as a guide to a daily life, all segments and activities of a society and state administrators must be consistent with the basic value of Pancasila. Therefore, the scope of Pancasila as a way of life is greater than its functions as a national functions. So the values contained in Pancasila originate from the noble values of national culture and given the preamble and provisions of the 1945 Constitution. So the 1945 Constitution as a written legal basis is the basis for state administrations to realize the state's ideals which are in line with the national goal, namely realizing a just and a prosperous society. Based on Pancasila, it is the duty and obligations of all citizens to live, understand and practice it. The values contained in the Pancasila secara consistently and responsibly in the life of society, nations. Pancasila is a category as a spiritual value which completely and harmoniously include other values, including material values, life values, truth or reality values, aesthetic values, and religious values. Professor Dr. Notonegoro divides the basic value of Pancasila into three parts, namely material values, namely everything that is useful for a human element, world living, which is useful for humans to be able to carry out the activities, and spiritual values, which indicate everything that is useful for human spirituality. This spiritual value can be divided into four types as follows. Firstly, the value of truth originates from the elements of human reasons. So the second is the value of the beauty that arises from a human sense of beauty. And the third is godness values or moral values that are rooted in the human elements or a people from all dimensions. And the fourth is religious values, namely divine values, high and absolute spiritual values. These religious values are rooted in human beliefs or convictions. Apart from that, the values contained in Pancasila are as follows. The first is religious values are included in the first commandment of the Almighty God. So the second is human values are a second commandment of a just and civilized humanity. And the third is Indonesian, the third commandment of unity includes the national unity, and the fourth is quite by the wisdom of deliberations or representations. The fourth commandment of citizenship contains the value of citizenship, and the last is the last is the fifth commandment for a social justice. Throughout the Indonesian contains the value of social justice. So I think enough for my telling or our discussion today.
So I hope you are understand what I say in the first and the end. So I'm very thank you to you all for want to listen my telling or our discussion today at the first and the end. So thank you, and the last I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.